Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you my first update for my weight loss journey. To be honest, I was not looking forward to filming this video. In fact, I already tried filming this video like 5 times because the lighting's not right, my phone's not working. There's just so much going on, but I'm not gonna leave you guys hanging. I promised an update on the second Friday of every month, so here we are. Before I share my results for this month, I do want to share with you some of my experiences and obstacles this month, and throwing a disclaimer that by me sharing this with you, I am not making excuses for myself. I'm a grown woman and I fully understand that for every action there's a consequence, so I'm owning up to all my decisions. I don't want you to think that I'm making excuses by any means. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with 4 obstacles that I had this month, or 4 factors for bad decisions that I made this month. Number 1, I didn't exercise. And I didn't exercise by choice again. I had plenty of time to exercise in here at home, not outdoors because it's still very cold outside, but I chose not to exercise. I've mentioned before, I don't like exercising, and this month I was very stubborn and I don't like exercising, so I'm not gonna exercise. And that's just something that I'm working on. I hope to change that thinking process this month, because that really took a toll on the scale. Also, I had really bad dinners most of the month. I was very careful about what I was eating throughout the day, like for breakfast, lunch, and my snacks. But when it came down to dinner, I made the choice of having junk for dinner. I have to admit that most of my dinners for the month of January were cookies and coffee. I know, that's nothing but junk going into my system. And that's not everything, it was the timing too. I was having cookies and coffee at 10 p.m. It was just a horrible choice. All that extra sugar that late at night was not good at all. Another issue that I need to address is that I was not having cheat meals. I was having cheat weekends. And what that means is that I would try my best to eat healthy Monday to Friday, with the exception of cookies for dinner. And come the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, it was a free-for-all. I would eat anything. We would go out to eat Whataburger, that's our favorite place, burgers every weekend. I will drink Coke. I will eat chips if I was craving chips. It was just a series of bad, unhealthy choices. Instead of limiting myself to a cheat meal, I would just go wild on the weekends. And that's not very smart. And since we're talking about the weekends, another thing that I didn't anticipate is that we have a lot of family birthdays in January. So every weekend we had a birthday celebration. And, that means cake. Every weekend I was eating cake. Again, I could have said no to the cake, but I didn't. I was eating cake at every birthday celebration. I had cake every weekend except for this last weekend, which was already the first week of February. A lot of these bad decisions have to do with my struggle to break out of bad habits. I've been eating so bad for so long. I want to say maybe September, because I think it was September when I stopped trying to lose weight. So yes, ever since September, I've been eating crap every day from Monday through Sunday, like every day. I've been eating whatever I want. So it was very hard for me to break those bad habits this month. Again, it's not an excuse, but that's another thing for me. Like, it's hard for me to break out of bad habits. I struggle. I'm not like a lot of people that can set their mind and say, today I'm gonna start eating healthy, and they go from there and they stick to it. I'm not. I have a very, very hard time to letting go of sweets, letting go of cookies, training myself to think I gotta exercise. It's very hard for me. It's very difficult. But with all of that being said, I do have some good news to share. First of all, I did increase my water intake this month, and I decreased my Red Bull intake. I was having up to 2 Red Bulls a week, guys. And now, I think this past month, I only had 3. That's still, I shouldn't be having any, but that's a big improvement for me. And now I'm more conscious. I remind myself more often, hey, go get a cup of water, you need more water. So I'm not at my recommended intake yet, but I'm getting there, and I think I will get there this month. Also, I've been very good about eating 5 times a day, which was kind of difficult to get back on track, to be honest, because before I started this journey, I was eating only probably twice a day, and both of my meals were really heavy, really greasy, and a lot of snacks in between, like cookies, chocolate, candy, etc. Now what I'm doing is that I'm eating 5 times a day: breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, and dinner. like I've mentioned, I'm still struggling with my dinner, but I've been very good about the other 4 meals I take, and I think progress is progress. I am also very proud to announce that I've been able to control my emotional eating this month. And let me tell you, it was not easy. Like I mentioned, my mom had health issues at the beginning of this year, and that was tough. And I was having some tough days with my depression, and not once did I went to find comfort in food, which is already such an accomplishment for me because I am an emotional eater. And it's a constant fight. It's been so hard. I'm not saying it's easy because it's not. I'll be lying if I say, oh, that was easy. It wasn't. It was so difficult. And it took so much for me to fight that impulse to go find comfort in food. But I did it. I'm very proud of that. I think that's my biggest accomplishment this month. And I'm just so proud to say that I've been winning this battle with food when it comes to emotional eating. And I hope to continue to win every battle that I'm faced with this year because my emotional eating had already gotten so out of control. It just feels so good to know that I was able to tame that for a whole month. Okay, so with all that being said, let me remind you of what my goal was. My goal is to lose 24 pounds this year, and the breakdown is 2 pounds per month. I know that's not a lot, but I know my body. I know I lose weight very slowly. If anything, I'm an inch girl. Like, I would lose inches and my body will get smaller, but I don't lose weight. Anybody else like that out there? And that is so frustrating because what I want is for the scale to move, but it just doesn't move. The scale moves very slowly for me, which reminds me, I have yet to take measurements, but I am gonna measure my body, you know, like my arms, my waist, my hips and whatnot, so that if I don't ever lose weight, maybe we can reference to inches lost, and maybe that's where the loss was and not necessarily in the scale. Because I'm telling you, my body's like that. My body's weird. I have such a hard time losing weight. So after all the bad things and the good things that I was able to change this month, I did lose 1 pound. And even though I didn't lose the 2 pounds that I was hoping I'll lose, I'm still gonna celebrate this 1 pound that I lost. And let me tell you why. Because I was eating so horrible on the weekends. I'm telling you, I had a lot of cake. I had a lot of candy from the piñatas. So for me to be able to lose 1 pound is already a success. Plus, I didn't exercise. I am gonna celebrate this small victory. However, I am gonna make some changes this month. And with this, I wanna move on to my goals for February, which include exercising. And this month, I am. I'm not gonna let you down this time, guys. I actually got a great idea from Michelle on Instagram, and I will link her Instagram and her YouTube channel in the description box in case you don't know her. But I got an idea from Michelle, like I said, and she has a calendar, and every day she works out, she colors in the calendar. So I think that's what I'm gonna do this month. I think that's a great visual, and I feel like that will keep me motivated. So I am gonna be using this calendar, and I'm just gonna color in the day that I work out. I know it says Allstate. I recently switched insurance, and no, this is not sponsored by Allstate. But anyways, this is just the calendar that I'm gonna be using. You can use whatever calendar you want. So what she does, that every time she works out, she colors in the square, and when she rests, she writes rest day. So then she has like a whole overview of the days that she actually worked out, and I thought that was a great idea. So that's what I'm gonna do. My calendar is blank because I have yet to exercise this year, but I hope to be able to show you a lot of colored in squares by next update. Also, I am committing this month to not drinking any soda. You heard correctly. I'm not gonna drink any soda. I'm trying to cut my ties with Coke, Pepsi, and every pop out there. It's just unnecessary sugar in my body. Nothing good comes from a Coke. If I do end up having a Coke, I'll let you guys know. But I hope to not fall into temptation and have one. I just want to fully eliminate Coke from my diet. I do not want to put too much on my plate because if I do, I'll get overwhelmed and then I'll get stressed and I'll fail. That's just how I work. So I'm just gonna focus on those 3 things. Workout, no Coke, and keep drinking a lot of water. And I hope to have better results for you next month. When it comes to weight loss, it's very easy to forget that we're all different. Everybody works differently. So again, not an excuse. It's just some people lose weight very fast, and other people like me really have to work twice, even 3 times as hard if you want the scale to even move. But you know what? Progress is progress, and I'm embracing that 1 pound that I lost, and I'm happy. I'm happy that even though I didn't do my best, I was not up to my full potential, I didn't try my best, that I was able to still lose a pound. I'm gonna insert a picture of my starting weight and my current weight, and you will notice that my percentage of body fat actually dropped as well, which I'm very happy because my body fat is way out of control. Even though I didn't reach my goal of 2 pounds this month, I'm gonna try to stay as positive as I can and celebrate every small victory along the way, because at the end of the day, progress is progress. And if I stop now, who knows? Maybe I'm stopping myself from losing 3-4 pounds next month. I know that's a little too much, but it can happen if I work a little bit harder. If you're on a weight loss journey like me, please let me know in the comments below, how did you adapt to the new changes in your lifestyle? How did you do this month? I would like to know and be inspired by you. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you spending some of your time with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.